A man's hand-drawn stick figure surprisingly came to life. Another stick figure directly kicked the first one in the groin. Adam couldn't bear to watch, but without his glasses, his drawings became sloppy and askew. Suddenly, he was hit by a crumpled piece of paper. Unable to see clearly without his glasses, he couldn't make out the content. Upon closer inspection, it turned out to be a time bomb. Adam was blasted to the ground. James, standing nearby, discovered that all the stick figures he had drawn were severely injured. One by one, they crawled into graves and covered themselves with tombstones. Witnessing this scene, David became furious and immediately challenged the other side. Thus, a war officially broke out. The women on the blue team were in charge of folding paper airplanes, while the men were responsible for creating stick figures. Soon, the stick figures were fully equipped, boarded the planes, and prepared to depart. On the other side, the red team had also prepared bombs, ready to intercept in the air. Some planes were directly destroyed, but some troops still managed to land successfully. Two stick figures, armed with AKs, began a frenzied slaughter. The red team suffered heavy losses and immediately launched a counterattack. The man took out his biology textbook, found the picture of a skeleton, and multiplied the number by 10. The next second, skeleton soldiers emerged from the book one by one and began to fight back. However, due to their overwhelming numbers, the two stick figures were quickly defeated. With the red team gaining the upper hand, they intensified their offensive. They tried to push the table to send the skeleton soldiers to the other side, but accidentally knocked over a drink. The drink spilled onto the blue team's robot, causing a short circuit. The next second, an unexpected event occurred. It turned out that the spilled drink was a functional beverage. The robot also gained strength from it. With one punch, it shattered the skeletons. A series of fluid combos swept away everything. The red team immediately invested in new creations. The female classmate on the blue team drew a minion, which jumped directly into the tablet and then into the computer. Seeing this, the girl on the opposite side sent her an email. When the girl opened the email, a paperclip appeared inside. However, in the next second, it began to attack the minion. The minion was instantly defeated. Then the paperclip jumped to a blank area and replicated itself infinitely. They lined up and jumped into the printer. The printer started printing paperclips non-stop. Meanwhile, the men's war continued. The robot was eventually defeated by the skeleton soldiers. At this point, Adam, who had been blasted down, stood up. He slapped a piece of paper on the table. On the paper, a stick figure held a flamethrower and launched a fierce attack on the skeletons. The skeleton soldiers were quickly annihilated.